Let's discuss one of the most important questions every single business owner, as well as martial arts business owner, needs to answer, and that is, how much should I charge for my services? Let's start with understanding the psychology of pricing. There are two parts that I really want you to focus on. First is how pricing affects the perception of value. Basically, the higher the price, the higher the perception of value the customer is going to have on that product or service. So think Rolex versus Timex, or Mercedes versus Chevy. The next part is commitment. The more a customer pays for a product or service, the higher commitment they will have to either use or protect that product or use that service. So think of a gym. Those people who are paying $10 a month for Planet Fitness most likely don't use that service as much as those who are paying $1,000 per month. The next question I want you to think about is, what game do you want to play? Do you want to play the volume game, or do you want to play the premium game? The volume game is charge less and have more students. The premium game is charge more and have less students. And the next question you really want to think about when pricing your service is, what can you handle? And what I mean by this is, how many students can you teach in a class? How many classes are you going to teach per day, per week? You got to figure out what is going to be your max. How many students can you teach at a time? All these factors are going to go into how much you should be charging. Because if you charge too less, and then you fill up your studio where you can't teach any more students and you're not making the profit that you desired, then that could be a problem. And at this point, you might be thinking, it is time to increase our rates. We don't charge enough and we need to get into the premium game. My question to you is this: why do you feel that a parent is going to be willing to pay a higher amount of money for your services? Why do you feel that you are a premium business? Because yes, it is about the instruction, it is about the curriculum, but it also is about your facility. It's about your staff. It is about overall, how do you make that parent and child feel? Because whenever you walk into a business, there's this process that happens. Every time you see, for example, a piece of trash on the floor, a cobweb in a business, subconsciously that's knocking money off that perception of value you have of that business. This is going to be a huge part of that process that sometimes we forget. It's not just about the martial arts. So make sure your facility is premium. Make sure your staff is premium. They're speaking with professionalism. They are positive. They know what they're talking about. You're answering your phone 2 rings or less. All those things need to be in order for a parent to be willing to pay premium prices for your services. Ultimately, remember this, it always goes back to, how are you making the customer feel? When I started Coma over 18 years ago, I struggled with that question, how much should I charge? But then I realized over time that I want to be in the premium game. And the reason why is commitment. The higher your rate is, the more commitment you will receive from the parents. I mean, we're all like this. If you're paying $10 a month for Planet Fitness, you might skip it here and there, and it's not a big deal because you're not losing any money. But if you're paying $500 per month for something, you're gonna make sure you go. That's not what we charge, but a higher rate that a parent is paying will result in the parent saying, you're going to class because we're paying good money for this. When we charge premium rates, we also can pay our team higher wages, providing them a better life and a more secure financial situation. So when we are in the premium game, we get that commitment. We get the commitment from the parent, we get the commitment from our team, and ultimately we can build a better business where it serves everyone in a better way. So We are always striving to increase value for our customers, so then they look at the price or the rate that we're charging and think, this is well worth it, even though you guys are the most expensive in the area. I hope I provided you some value with this video. If I missed something, you agree or disagree with anything I said, please add it to the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified whenever we release any new videos. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I'll see you at the next one.